Hey everyone, it's Aditi here, your leadership and branding coach. So today we're talking about how to deal with negative body image. All right, this is a really powerful topic and something very near and dear to me because it's a journey that I've been going through that has been extremely difficult, but it's also been extremely freeing as I've gone through the process. And, I remember this one time I had come home and I saw like this picture in a frame and I saw what I looked like and my body, and I just was so disgusted with myself. Like, I was like, oh my God. Like, I just felt sick. Like, looking at myself, I just felt like I looked disgusting. I felt disgusting. And I just felt really angry at myself. And I was just like, why can't I just get it together? And I was angry at my body. I was like, why can't my body just work with me? Why can't my body cooperate with me? Why can't I lose weight? Why is it easier for other people? Why am I having so much difficulty? And I just felt very crippled by my negative thoughts about my body. And I just had this very negative body image. I just hated her. You know what I mean? And on top of that, it's interesting, right? Because even though I felt this way, like, I didn't want to be that typical fat girl who hated herself. Like, I was like, you know what? I'm going to be the confident big girl who feels good about herself, And so I tried doing a lot of things. I read the self-help books. I did all the things. And I tried to really step into that. But the truth was, even though on the outside, maybe I looked really confident or I was doing my thing, like deep inside in my core, I felt like complete shit about myself. And so I just felt like a fraud. There was just this friction between like what I wanted to present of myself, but how I truly felt inside when I was by myself and nobody was watching. Right? Do you relate to that? Like, sometimes it's like you have this kind of face in the front, but then when you're kind of by yourself, you just feel a certain way deep inside and you don't really want anyone to know, right? Because you're maybe embarrassed, you have shame, whatever it may be, So it was all of that for me. And over time, like, I think when I was starting my journey, there was a point where I was just like, I didn't know what to do with this pain, with this negativity that I had towards myself. And, I was starting the journey to build a healthier relationship with myself because, your relationship with yourself affects everything else in your life. So maybe you'll end up, not being happy with your life because of the money you're making or the relationship you're in or whatever it is. And it's like because of that, you end up going to get a coach or going to work with somebody or join a course or, try to get another job, whatever it may be. But ultimately, you're being blocked from that result you're trying to go to because of the way you feel about yourself. So I kind of hit this roadblock in many different areas of my life. And I knew that something was just not working. And I remember my coach told me at that time, she told me to get naked and just look at myself in the mirror. Just look at all of it, everything. Just look at myself naked. And she said, I want you to hate all of it. I want you to hate everything that you hate about yourself, like 100 times. Like, just blow it up. Blow up all that hate that's sitting inside of you. And just hate yourself to the 100th degree. And I was like, what? I was like, that does not sound fun. You know what I mean? I was like not looking forward to it. But I did it because I was like, I guess let me try. I don't know. And so I did that. And she said, don't hold back, and I feel like it took me a couple tries before I was really able to do it because it was painful, right? I mean, who wants to look at their naked body and just look at how much they hate themselves? I mean, how uncomfortable is that, right? Like, I don't want to do that. I was avoiding the mirrors, as you guys saw, and now I had to stand in front of it and look at what I hated. So uncomfortable, And it's funny because now I have some of my clients who are kind of working with the same issues do this. And it's so funny because they freak out when I tell them this. They're like, what the fuck do you mean? And I'm like, trust me. Okay. You see me on the other side? Trust me. And as I had done it, ultimately it becomes a freeing experience, because you're just holding all this stuff inside of you. You're holding it, holding it, holding it. It just becomes this heavy, big bubble inside of you that just wants to burst, So it's an uncomfortable process, but I promise there is freedom as you work through it. Okay, so I have 3 questions here to help you kind of work through this process, okay? So, again, this is going to be uncomfortable, okay? So I'm giving you guys a warning, but it's going to be so worth it, all right? So the first question is, what do I hate about my body? So when I was in that mirror, and I recommend you do the same exercise. I was in that mirror, and I was like, ew, I hate this, I hate that, I hate my stomach, I hate my arms, I hate this birthmark, I hate this hair, I hate this dimple, like whatever. Like it was just all of it. Like I just was like, I hate you, I hate all of it, And I just like let it bust out. And then the second question is, what do I wish I could change about my body? And I just looked at all the things I wished I could change. I wish I could do this different. I could move this around, XYZ, whatever. I just let myself go there. I had never actually given myself permission to just do this. And then the last question is, if my body could look like anything, what would my body look like? What would I choose my body to look like if I could have it any way? And then I would envision my leg being super long and skinny, and my arms being a certain way, and my face being a certain way. And then I just started envisioning, what I wish my body looked like. So those are the 3 questions that are going to guide you through dealing with the negative body image that you may have. Okay? Now, maybe you don't feel as strongly as I did about myself in terms of the negativity, but even if you have some negativity, this process is going to be really helpful. Because what happens is, when we're not truthful with ourselves, that pain just gets stronger and just like sits inside of us. When we resist that, it becomes more painful. So what's going to happen is, and you may feel sick to your stomach when you do this. You may feel like you're going to vomit. You may just feel gross. But I want you to know that these feelings that you have are totally normal and they can be shifted. Okay, for so long, I was just so trapped in this idea of how I felt about myself, but I never actually just full on dealt with it, And this process was so powerful for me. And you kind of just getting this gunk out of your system. It's just like, ugh. And when you get that gunk out of your system, you make a little space for maybe something new that we can put in there. And we're going to be talking about creating a positive body image in the next video. Okay? So today we're just kind of purging out what is happening. And again, I know this is uncomfortable, but I promise you it's so worth it, and your body's going to love you for doing this. Okay? Now, if you haven't gotten the worksheets, you want to head over to aditicreative.com/reboot. Okay? Go there first, and I'm going to show you what the worksheet looks like, because this is going to help you kind of just go through the process. All right? So when you get the worksheet, you'll be able to go to File, make a copy it into your own drive so then you can type into it. All right, and you'll see this worksheet, how to deal with negative body image. And then you'll see the activity here below with all the questions, okay? And then if you want to do some deeper work, if this link is still here, you can book a 15-minute reboot call. If you want to, if this is just too much and you just want to talk it through with me, I'm here for you, okay? I got your back. I know this stuff is tough, and I would love to support you through the process because it's so worth it. All right, love you so much, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.